What's going on, Heilbronn people? Hope everybody's staying safe from the virus. Some crazy stuff going on right now, crazy times. But maybe this will brighten your day. I was able to visit Heilbronn, and I put together a little video of the area where we lived. Um, Before we moved on base, we had to live off base for a year and a half, and I became friends with this German kid down the street. That was 1972, and we are still friends to this day. So I go and visit from time to time, but this time I was able to come to the area where we lived and check it out. And man, so much has changed. I mean, I left in 75, so it's been, what, 45 years. So you expect things to change, but in your mind, things are still the way they were. But anyway, you'll see in the video. But it brought back so many good memories, so many good times. And for me personally, after leaving there, moving stateside, bouncing around for a bit before I graduated high school, I never was able to have that connection with friends that I had in Heilbronn. That's just me, Sure, I have friends, but never that tight bond that I had with some of the friends that I had back then. And there's so many memories, man. I remember getting my first hit in baseball. Bob Salter was on the team, and I remember trading comic books with those wooden cardboard boxes that you got from the commissary. Wow. Best memories I have are Scott Miller and I. We would go downtown and buy 45s, and probably 2 or 3 times a month, and we were both music geeks. And I can remember Scott getting his first drum set for his birthday in his room, and we'd go up there and rock out in his room. Anyway, hey, how you doing, man? All right, and so anyway, I thought I would share this with you, but before I do, there's a guy in the group that I don't think I ever got to meet, Jeff Van Dale. Anyway, he posted something on the Heilbronn page where he said, "Did being a brat, Army brat, make you more of a social person?" And I have to agree with him. It's 100% yes. And even though you're a kid, you don't know it at the time. It helped out so much later on in life, being able to talk and just, talk to different groups of people, different people, and nothing really phases you, because you can just you can handle it. I can walk up to anybody and start a conversation, and some people think that's weird, that have never grown up, I guess, the way we did. But for me, it's the norm. I mean, speaking of norm, after you leave the States and come back to wherever you move, after you leave Germany, come back to wherever your father gets stationed, you're always the outsider, wherever you move to, you don't dress like them, you don't sound like them, you don't act like them, so you're the weird one. But, in your mind, you're thinking these people are weird, but it's all in how you look at it, and it all works out. And anyway, if I had to do it all over again, sure, it was tough at the time, moving from school to school, sometimes in the middle of the school year. That sucked, but I would do it all over again. So anyway, I'll quit rambling, and hope you like the video, and I hope you get some comments. Hope it brings back some good memories, and stay safe out there from the virus. This is crazy times, man. Never in our lifetime did I think we'd be going through something like this. This is insane. Anyway, you guys have a good day, and be safe. Later. So, this was a baseball field, which was right across the street from the housing area. So we would cross over at the traffic light, walk up that little hill, and this is where the is where the baseball field was, which is now a massive parking garage. And right next to the baseball field was a school. And behind this store is where that football field was, where we had recess. And then this is the school. So we go from baseball field, and looks like it's Kaufland, some kind of store. Football field is behind there, which is all, looks like the store stretches back onto where the football field was, and then pan over, and this was our elementary school. What is this now? Do you know?
I don't know. I think a school or a kindergarten.
Wow. The school kind of looks the same. Let's back up a little bit so you can get a full view of the school. Amazing.
It's a school.
It's still a school?
Yes.
Yeah?
Ludwig V. Schule.
Who?
Eine Grund- und Realschule.
Ludwig V. Schule. Is for young from 6 years old to the first classes.
Okay. All right, we're gonna. This is the first, the front of the school, I think. Then, as you came over to the right, over here was the playground, which looks like they've added on to what used to be the elementary school here. So we'll go on the back here. Used here. This is still part of the school. I'm not sure if this was part of our building or not. Well, the elementary school is. I don't know. It looks like they added on. But going to go down these steps here and see if what's behind the school, where the football field the big field in the back of the school used to be. Let's see. So this is the school, the back of the school, and then I guess what used to be the big football field back here. Looks like they've got a soccer, basketball goals, and then what used to be nothing back here, I think, they've now got a whole community on the other side of the school. I think there used to be a hill back here where we used to, whenever it snowed, we'd play on the hill, slide down the hill. Now there's a whole community back here with a street that runs back up into the hill that we used to slide down. It's a whole nother world back here. Nothing's the same. Wow. A whole nother community back here where our hill used to be. As you can tell, the road kind of goes back up the hill. And pan over, and this is behind the school, the back of the school. Wow, nothing, everything's changed. So I'm at the school here looking, and then two students come out, and now they want to speak English with me. They want to practice their English. You want to practice your English with me?
Yes.
What would you like me to say?
How are you?
Hello, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
Wie geht's? Wie geht es dir?
Yes.
Hello,
right.
how are you?
Um,
Who thought I'd be
Where are you
teaching at where I
from?
used to fail? Anyway,
where are you from?
ich bin von South. Oh, I am from United States. I live in the state called South Carolina. Kannst du South Carolina?
Yes.
Kannst du? What's your name?
Simone.
Simona.
Larissa.
Who? Larissa.
Larissa. Larissa.
Oh, Larissa. Simona and Larissa. A shot from leaving the school. So this was a school, and what was behind the school, I think, was the commissary and the NCO club or officers club used to be here, which goes into the housing area. And you can see the buildings. Looks like they've added porches on each unit on the back of the buildings. And pan over to the left, which is the rest of the neighborhood. And those hills back there, which are now kind of covered up. But anyway. Okay, one more shot. This is coming up the hill from the lower housing area. And as you come up, I can't remember what was on the corner there, some store. And then this is the AYA right here. And then as you come up the hill from the AYA, this is the upper side of the housing area up here. I guess this was the officers, where the officers' families lived. Get a shot of the buildings, and it goes back up. That was a loop around the housing area, and then this is the traffic light where we crossed over to walk to school. And as you crossed over, there was that little hill there where we walked by the baseball field, and so now it's a big ass parking lot, Kaufland. And as you cross the street, it looks like they may have gotten rid of the first couple of buildings, which would have been 254. Looks like 255. It's I can't tell what's over there yet. And looks like they also got rid of the other buildings, which were further down, which ran next to them. All right, hopefully we're gonna park and get out, and I can give you some shots of the buildings that are still there. All right, there's the traffic light that we the intersection there that we crossed over to go to school. So panning over, this would have been the first two buildings. Wow, I can't tell. So it would have been 254 and 255 right in here. Because I'm going to pan over to the right. There's the intersection, and looks like there's a police kind of training center here. And across the street from the housing area right here, my friend tells me this is some kind of garden center. So, and this pans on up to the barracks side. This is the sidewalk, and then panning around the housing area. So there's some of the buildings where we used to live. I'm going to walk over here and try to figure out which one this is. I think that's 250, 255, 256. I don't know. We'll figure it out. All right, we're going to cross over. Only 4 left. So this is 255. This is 255, which is where I actually lived. So for us that lived in the lower part, remember the buildings, the trash cans used to be right there, which it looks like it's the same. So this is building 255, and we used to live in C1, which is the bottom left right here. So everything pretty much is the same. It's got the same little stairwell things that we used to slide down. It's got temporary housing up there where we used to live. So this is 255C, 255 stairwell C. And there's the other building, which was beside 255. And then you can see the German area right outside the fence there. So circling on around, this would have been 254. So this is, uh-oh, here's the car, hold on. So this would have been 254. Let's see. On the bottom left, I remember Ralph Laurie used to live there. Right above him, and 1, 2, 3, that would have been Sabrina Harrell in the middle there, and then there's the top, and then there's housing. So this is 254, and the last street behind this one is where the officers live. So we're gonna walk over there. Let's see if we can cut through the backyard between the buildings where we used to play. So this is 254, the outside of the building, which this is the area between the two buildings where we used to play football and stuff. And you can tell they've added balconies to the back of all the buildings. Pretty cool. So this must be 253 right there. This is the back of it, because if I pan over to the left, this is where the main gate was. Which they've got some construction going on there. I don't know what that is. So yeah, that's where the main gate was. Come out the main gate, kind of made a little left, which takes you to the street where the officers lived, the first set of buildings. So this is between 254 and 253, so we're going to walk over to 253 and get a front shot. Yeah, all right. Believe it or not, the church is still there. So set up the scene here. That's the main street. So you came off the main street, if you remember, and the church was right there. And after you pass the church, this would have been the main gate right here where you drive in the fort, which is
What is that? What is
This
that?
is a kindergarten, child garden, a small child to go to before you go to school.
Okay.
You go here.
So-
And this, yes.
So it's the dentist office, which is right next to the church. Once again, that's the main drag. And looks like they've added some buildings behind. Let's see, that would have been 255, 54, 53. 252 was the last building. And then the backyard behind it, they've added some, looks like some luxury condos or something. So this, 255, 54. So this was 253 and 252. This was the last set of buildings before you got to the main drag there that went downtown. So it looks like this would have been Officer Street. This is 253. And right across from that would have been 252. Wow. And then looks like there's a little sidewalk that separated the last two buildings, which are still down there. I'm not going to walk all the way down there. So pretty much the buildings look the same. Just panning over, going out. And I'll give you one last shot. So we come down here, make a left, which takes us to the path, the sidewalk. This is where we walked all the way down the sidewalk to the traffic light, crossed over and went to school. There's your shot of the main gate.
Also Müllhabe.
And that's over to the left where the barracks were and the bubble gym and all that stuff used to be. So main gate, pan over to the right. There's the kindergarten. And the white building there is the dentist, new dentist office.
3, 4,
And right to the right side of that is the church,
9.
okay, which takes you out to the main drag there, the main street that led to downtown. And then pan over. There's a housing area. And there are two girls that we interviewed earlier. Hey, it's you again.
Yes. Was heißt suchen?
Huh?
Was heißt suchen auf Englisch?
Search.
We search you.
You found me on Facebook?
Yes. No, we search you here in the street.
Oh, what? You wanted to ask me something?
Yes. We want to make a theater of the class about you. You are very interesting and we want to become a very good grade.
Oh, so you have a school project?
Yes.
And you want me to be the subject?
Yes.
Oh my God.
You're so interesting.
I don't hear that very often.
Wir müssen jetzt gehen.
We want to know what's your name.
Oh, my name is, you gonna film it?
Warte,
My name is Irvin Thompson, but
Wie schreibt man das, Irvin Thompson?
Mit IRV Irfin.
Okay.
IRV Irwin
Again, also.
Thompson mit TH Irwin.
What's your name?
okay, I'm gonna put down my camera while I'm being interviewed. This might be my ticket to retirement. Maybe I'll become famous. All right, I'll get back with you in a second, you guys.
Yes.
Oh wait, how cool, look at this. A lot of you guys would have liked this back in the day. You can buy cigarettes right here, right outside where we used to live. How convenient. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed your trip down memory lane. Oh man, what great memories. All right, so to update you, while we were there at the elementary school, two girls came and wanted to take a picture. And anyway, I spoke to them for a little while, told them that I used to go to school there. So, wow, man, this is crazy. Man, everything is different. So while we were there, we talked to the girls for a while. Then my buddy drove me over to the housing area where I was taking pictures. They chased me down, and they want me to come to their class tomorrow, where we used to go to school. They have a project going on, and for their English class, they want the American to come and speak to their class tomorrow. It's crazy. Anyway, I agreed to do it. They said if I'm going to do it, I need to be there before 1 o'clock tomorrow. That's when school lets out. So, wow, man, this is crazy. Everything is different. Anyway, I agreed to do it, so I'll have to update you tomorrow and let you know what happens if I don't stay out too late tonight. You guys have probably seen this before. I haven't. This is the first time, so I don't know if they have this stateside or not. But we stopped at this gas station right quick to get a drink, and I'm gonna flip this around and show you what they sell at the gas station, all right? This is what we can buy at the gas station. Pre-mixed. Bacardi, Coke, Captain Morgan, Jim Beam and Coke, Jack Daniel, and lemonade. What we got here? Tennessee Sour Mix, Tennessee Sour Mix. And Gordon. This is crazy. Gin and tonic already. Oh man.
You want the Jim Beam cola?
Yeah. Get a Jim Beam. Okay. Yeah, maybe we should get two, huh?
Yeah, pot.
So check this out, y'all. We just bought Beam and Coke, pre-mixed, and you are allowed. You can drink and drive, no problem. If you get pulled, what's the limit?
0.5 promille.
All right. So you can drink and drive, as long as if you get. All right, so you can drink and drive. If you get pulled, as long as you're under 0.5, it's cool. Can you imagine? Anyway, cheers. Prost. All right, so we left Germany. And we came over to Switzerland, some little town in Switzerland, where we're going to be for the next few days. And one of the things that you notice right off is the transportation throughout the city and the countryside too. Everybody is on bikes, as you can see in the background. There's bikes everywhere, and the surprising thing is most of the people that you see cycling are the older people. That's We're chilling in Switzerland right now, and of course we had to make a stop and get beers. It's my boy Patrick. Prost. So we're chilling in Switzerland. His mom is making some sort of dinner for us. So we decided to walk around this little town. It's about 45 minutes outside of Zurich. And it's
German and Dorf.
and whatever. Yeah, it's real. It's picturesque. It's cool, and I'm gonna try to give you some shots of some things that you wouldn't normally see. Just small town village type things.
So big fish.
One of the first things you notice about different places is that a lot of places outside the U.S. are very, very clean. All right, we're taking a break from our little trail walk, and we stopped in this little kind of like a little 7-Eleven that's right next to the train station. And once again, they've got this concoction. It's beer. I guess it's showing backwards, I don't know. It's beer with tequila already pre-mixed in a can. Looks like a 20 ouncer. So I'm gonna get it, and I'll give you an update, let you know what it was like. You have enough money?
Yes. Show it.
Is that weed?
This is weed.
Oh, hey, wait a minute. I got to show you this too. Hold this.
Weed in the shop.
You can buy. It seems like in Switzerland, weed is legal. You can buy weed. I don't. This isn't my activity, so I don't know what that would normally cost stateside, but with the currency franken versus the dollar,
$22.
You think so?
Yes, for this one.
When I was a kid, my father was in the service, and at the time there wasn't enough housing on base, military base. So what happens in that case is the Army gives you money, extra money to live off base until there's enough housing on base. So my dad found this little apartment in this little town called Massenbachhausen. So this is where I lived for the 2 out of the 3 years. The second time we lived in Germany. So small little, very quiet town, and I'm just kind of walking down the main street here, taking in the sights. Actually, I was looking for a beer, but haven't found the place yet. So, all right, what I'll do is I'll flip the camera around, and I'll give you some sights of the main drag downtown. All right, y'all. I found this cool little, I don't know, guest house, whatever, and got a beer. She suggested the bites, and so this is what I've got going on. Post. See if I can get them in the background hanging out. They're probably looking at me like I'm crazy, but anyway, this is what I was looking for. Little chill spot to reminisce. So, I had a couple beers in Massenbachhausen. Now I'm headed back, well, I think I'm headed back to the hotel. I have no idea how to get there, but hopefully the English version of Siri can guide me there. So let's see what happens. Cheers. I made it back from Massenbachhausen, and my buddy made reservations at this little guest house, pub type deal. Anyway, Wednesday night is they run specials on schnitzel and the schnitzel dinner or whatever. So of course I got lost, and now we're running late. They only hold your seats for a certain while, so we're headed to this little bar to get authentic German schnitzel dinner as we run 120 Ks. Well, watch out. Here, I'm gonna flip this so you can see how fast we're driving.
I'm too late. I know I'm too late.
Oh, gosh. I'm sorry, man. It's my fault.
No. I'm too late.
I got
I
lost.
say I come 5:30, but I was 1 hour too late. Oh, I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm
tired. I'm
Yeah.
tired today. I don't know why.
Yeah, because all the alcohol you drank
too?
last night.
You too?
No, I'm not tired, bro.
What?
I'm hungry. Yeah,
I'm hungry.
I purposely didn't eat so I could stomach this food tonight. Yeah.
You see, right for left. You know?
Oh, yeah.
You wait.
That,
You come from right. He must wait.
that happened to me today. People looked at me like I was crazy because I didn't stop. I'm like, I'll learn. This is it? This is not the same place that from last night.
Yesterday. Yeah, you was drunken.
Oh, smart ass.
Mal was Kleines mitnehmen? Ja, ihr schon wieder.
Oh, it's you. Hello. What's your name?
Andy.
Andy. Nice to meet you, Andy.
It's your place.
All right. So every Wednesday they run a special for schnitzel dinner.
In the normal days, 11 euro, 11
Okay.
or 12 euro.
So basically, a half price night. So that's what we're doing. And hey, Andy, you Essen also? No. This is our buddy Andy. Huh? Use your English. Speak English, dude.
Was will ich sagen? Das jetzt schon.
Also, wir haben entweder
So, before we eat, my boy Patrick showed up. You want to say hello to the people? Hello. All right, so just got our food.
Teller auseinander.
All right, we're gonna dive in, and then I'll get back to you and let you know how this was. All right, so obviously,
No, this is not right. This is right. Not right. This is right. This.
all right, this is what they're saying. There was so much food, I had to pass it on to my buddy Oliver here. So but
And my stomach explosion.
but food was good, obviously. Plates empty, but I got to focus on the mayonnaise and French fries. Evidently, that's a thing. Mayonnaise and French fries. So.
Ohne Spitze in Amerika.
I just got back from the restaurant where we had dinner, and got a ride back to the guest house where I'm staying, and there's a dude standing on the front steps, and evidently he's got the room next to mine, and this seems like a cool guy, so we chatted for a bit, and turns out he's from Bosnia, so he offered me a beer. I came in to put on some warm clothes. It's pretty chilly out there. So now I'm going back outside to chat with this dude from Bosnia, who I've never met before, but evidently he's staying right next door to me. He's working for Amazon, and this should be interesting. Let's. Oh man, I'm filming this, man.
You're filming?
Yeah, I'm filming this. Dude, what's your name?
Armin.
Armin?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. My battery's about to die, but I wanted to introduce you to Armin. This is my neighbor at the hotel. And tell him where you're from.
Bosnia Herzegovina.
How cool is that? That's awesome. Well, before my battery runs out, thank you for the beer. I appreciate it. Cheers.
Cheers.
What do they say in Bosnia?
Na zdravlje.
They have cheers, Prost in Germany, and
Prost. Na zdravlje.
what?
Na zdravlje.
Nastravia. Nastravia. Nastravia.
Na zdravlje.
This is cool. It's a small little town, which is about maybe 15 minutes outside of where I went to school, elementary school, and it's just really cool. It's got a lot of charm to it. Actually, there's the owner right there. All right, you guys. I'm standing outside. Well, what the deal is, I came to visit. My buddy hooked me up with this little 4-room guest house type deal. It's all it is basically the owner of a bakery, which is right across the street. She owns this building, so she put together a little 4-room spot where people can rent out dirt cheap. A lot of people that are working in the area and can't afford to travel back and forth, they rent these rooms. So anyway, I was lucky enough to get a room, and I'm gonna walk down the steps and I'm gonna flip the camera so you can see where I'm staying, and then I'll flip the camera and I'll show you her bakery, which is right across the street. So homegirl's got it going on. She's got the perfect hookup and she's making money. All right, I'm gonna flip the camera for you guys. Anyway, you can see it in the background. There's the hotel, the little 4-room guest house. There's 2 rooms downstairs, 2 room upstairs, and there's a bathroom. There's 1 bathroom for upstairs, 1 bathroom for downstairs, so you share a bathroom. But it's cool. I'm out late, get up late, so by the time I get up, everybody's gone. To you. This is the owner of the hotel, by the way, and the bakery. And who are you? Who am I?
I'm Frank, and I come from Los Angeles.
Well, why are you here?
I am on vacation for 18 days, and I'm going to visit the neighborhood.
It's a cool neighborhood.
It is a great neighborhood.
It's so quiet.
It has to be a great neighborhood. I met you.
That was quick.
Okay.
You're quick, Frank.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hey, man.
All right, we just busted up in this this guest house for our last dinner. I'm leaving tomorrow. This place is so down home. It's just like a little house with a whole bunch of rooms. And they turned it into a guest house. So we're about to throw down some authentic German food. All right, so I opted for the Jägel Schnitzel with Spätzle.
And onion and mushrooms.
And, oh, don't forget the mushrooms. Got some mushrooms all up in here. What? That's what I'm talking about. What is that?
Schnitzel with cheese and bacon.
Nice. My man Oliver. Give us a description of what you have. What do you have?
Rinderfilet. This is Rinderfilet. Meat from the cow, from the best piece from the
best
cow.
piece of the cow.
Of the cow, okay.
Thank you, sir.
Super, Patrick hat einen super Geschmack.
Ich hab doch gegessen, Olli, aber
Ist das Fett? Hast du ein bisschen was auf Trippe gekriegt? Den schauen wir noch rein.
auch nicht.
Du willst schon rein zusammen.
Ja, das geht ja gar nicht.
So nicht?
Bei mir.
Oh, everybody's full. We had a good meal. My man Samuel. He's good to go. His stomach's full. All right. I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much for dinner. Thank you.
Yes.
It was a great
A little
time.
fucking in the morning time is better than a cup of Haferschleim.
I have no idea what he just said, but it was funny. Thank you for dinner.